Good morning, guys. I just wanted to tell you something that I've been doing in my sketchbook lately, which I think is super fun, is I have been putting color down, usually watercolor, sometimes markers depending, but I put it down first so that kind of gets over the fear of the dreaded blank page of a sketchbook or any kind of project you're trying to work on. Sometimes that white page will kind of paralyze you. So I find that if you just put some color down really quickly and then sketch over it, it kind of just, I don't know, just makes the process easier and kind of motivates you to tackle that page. So that's what I'm going to show you today. And these are some examples of, I just put some usually light colors. Sometimes I'll just randomly put darker colors, but I find the lighter colors allows you to put other things over top, like colored pencils and markers and things like that. There's a little bit more color, as you can see, and it just kind of gives you a starting point. And this is my sketchbook, so it's just practice. Usually I'm looking at a photo or something just for practice. So I'm going to show you how to do that today. So the first thing that I do when I'm prepping my pages is I tend to like a wet medium, but I usually do this step before I start drawing because you obviously need to let it dry. So I'm going to take my watercolors over here, and since it's starting to feel like the weather isn't so hot, it makes me think of fall, so I'm going to prep my pages with some like fall colors. And I do this super random, like I have no idea what I'm going to draw on this after. I just prep it ahead of time and just let the inspiration just hit me when it decides to hit me. But in the fall, I really like pumpkins and leaves and all of the like gold colors, oranges, reds. I find that when I do this, I like to have a kind of lighter background. You can do darker as well, but lighter seems to work better for what I like to draw. So I'm going to do a couple of these, and let's do this like burnt sienna color, pumpkin-y color. Just add some of that. You can do big spaces. You can do small things. Whatever is exciting to you. And don't think, like everything I always say, don't overthink it. Just let it happen. Part of the fun of doing art is just to let it happen. Just see what shows up. I like this color. It's okay if it bleeds in. That might, like I said, you'll be able to work with it later. I'll show you that later. I really like this neutrally color. I'll have to find out what the name of this one is for you because I like this color. I think it's titanium buff if I'm remembering correctly, but it's a nice neutral background that I like to have. And I'm going to do this whole area here in case I decide to do a bigger illustration. And then I wait for it to dry and come back for the fun part. So what I like to do with my prepped pages is then just kind of let my imagination kind of take over. I'm thinking that since I woke up this morning and I found that it was a little bit chillier than normal, I'm gonna start doing some fall-like illustrations. When I think of fall, I think of pumpkins and leaves and all those things, but then I also think of cats. I just finished illustrating and writing a book that its main character was a cat, so I still kind of feel like I've practiced those a lot this last year, so it's kind of what I feel like drawing today. So you can see that it's a super simple shape. Just went down for the ears, over, up, down, make a super simple shape. Come down for the tail. Add some whiskers. Super simple. Anybody can do this. Then I'm going to use some circles for the eyes. I like big eyes for some reason. Let's see. He's going to look over this way. Add the nose. Little triangle upside, like a little V for the triangle. I think cats are moody, so I just do a straight line down, gives them a little bit more attitude. Then I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some color to this cat. Let's see. I don't really plan this out. I just kind of do what feels right. So I'm going to add some stripes. I have a orange cat named Finn who has orange stripes like this. Super cute. Go. Add some stripes for the tail. Super easy. Since I've got the orange, I think I'm gonna add a pumpkin. Who doesn't love pumpkins in the fall? Just add a really quick, little simple round shape. Pumpkins come in all shapes and sizes, so I think I'm gonna make a taller, more oval shape on this side. I'm gonna color that in. Color that in. Maybe add like a little round, long shape over here. Okay, and then I sit back and I look at it. I'm gonna take my white pen. This is a Sharpie marker. It's white. Activate it. Do the eyes. Since I colored or painted it in, the background in, I need to add the white for the eyes. It's not coming super white. I might have to try something else. There we go. Okay, now let's see. Add some shading on these and some lines on the pumpkin. A little bit of shading. Shading, you just think about where your light source is coming. My light source is coming from the right over here. So I'll leave like the right side of my object, top right of my object more light, and then I'll do like the left side's got more of a shadow. So that's what I'll do. I'm gonna add a little bit more color to this cat. It's just kind of light. Add a little bit more. These are just colored pencils. You can use whatever you have. You don't have to use exactly what I have. Whatever you have on hand, crayons, pencils. You don't even have to do it in color. If you don't want to, you can just do it all pencil. Oh, need to shade this guy over here. And then I'm going to take my favorite pencil, as you can see, because it's so tiny. My Caran d'Ache Luminance Payne's Gray. And I'm going to do little stems. Just quick little stems for the pumpkins. Super cute. I just love drawing things that make me smile. Cute little illustrations make me smile. I like to do this. It just relaxes me. If I'm having a rough day, I just come to my sketchbook and I just play. I don't plan it out. I just see what is happening. Okay, that one's really cute. I'm just gonna add a little bit of shading underneath his body so that he's sitting on the body and not just floating in the ground. Okay, and that's one. I really like the background because it's just like adds that nice like golden look that you get a lot of times in the fall. Okay, let's see what I'm gonna do down here. I think I'm gonna start with a tree. One thing I love about fall is all the colorful leaves. So to do a tree, you just do kind of a wonky line, and then I go back down to the trunk and do it again, and make the branch go all the way up, and then come down and do it again. And it doesn't have to be perfect. Trees are come on all shapes and sizes, and then I add like the branches, the little sticks and twigs. Just do whatever feels good. That looks good for me. Go back, make it a little bit darker. Again, I'm paying attention to the light source, and I'm gonna make it darker on the left side of the trunk. Okay, let's see. I feel like I need a black cat. Where's my black? Fall makes me think of black. I know I have a black pencil somewhere. There it is. Okay. And I'm gonna have him peeking out of this little tree. Uh-oh. Peeking out of this tree. He's gonna be a little bit of a fat cat. Just like that. And a simple little tail. Little over curved line. Gonna leave in his circle eyes, and I'm gonna color the rest of it nice dark black. Add the little pupils wherever you want to look. He's gonna look over this way, and I'm just gonna fill that in. Okay. Okay, isn't he cute? I like him. Okay, let's see. What else do we need? I think he needs some whiskers. All right. Okay, so let's do this tree. I think I'm gonna let's make this one like some yellowish gold. And I'm just taking it, and I'm taking this marker. This is a Tombow marker, and I'm going on the flat side. Not pointed up, but flat side, and that's giving me a kind of more loose mark, which I like. And a tip if you want to keep your illustrations loose is hold your utensil at the near the end, and just make these like leaf marks. Love making marks. So fun, so relaxing. There we go. And that's our fall tree. Maybe we'll add some leaves like they're falling out of the sky. Or not out of the sky, hello, out of the tree. There we go. Maybe put some, like there's some leaves on the ground here. That's fun. What else? I feel like we need some pumpkins too. Because why not? Let's add a big pumpkin. Whoa, that's a big one. Pumpkin's almost bigger than the cat. Let's see. Maybe do a pumpkin back here. The pumpkins are just super simple round shape, and then color it in. You can do little ones around here. Okay, I like that. Maybe we need one like right here. Just color it in. Fun. Okay, now I'm gonna go back and take my favorite pencil and add some stems. Gonna add some lines on the pumpkin. And a stem. This is a super easy illustration that anybody could do. You make it your own though. It's important that you never be super perfect, and you don't want to copy people exactly and call it your own. That's never okay. But it's always good to follow instructions. That's how we learn. That's how I've learned. And then you can just make it your own. Make it in your own style, your own way. There's no right or wrong way in art. It's whatever feels good to you, whatever makes you happy, whatever is relaxing. I like that. I'm going to add a little bit of shading. Just do quickly a little shading. Doesn't have to be perfect. Oh, this guy needs a stem. All right. All right. So they're cute little pumpkins. The little cat. Perfect for fall. I'm going to add a little bit of shading on the ground. Add a little bit of mark making. I love mark making. Adds texture. It's what I really like about mixed media. Just add all kinds of different texture to your illustration. Turn these into leaves. Just kind of squiggle lines and a line through the middle to make a leaf. Lines, squiggles. Cool. I love it. And I think that's that. I think what I'm going to do over here is show you how to do a sleeping cat. We'll have it sleeping in the leaves. So to do that, we're just going to do a curved line here, straight line down and over for the ear one, straight line up, down, and then you're sleeping, and you know they're curled up almost in a ball, and I'm going to up and around, and their tail kind of does this when they're sleeping. Straight line down, and they're sleeping, so their eyes are closed. So I'm just going to do little, like a little U's, little V for the nose. Sleeping in the leaves. Let's see. I like orange leaves. Let's do some orange leaves. Do a big pile of leaves. And to do that, I'm just again holding my marker kind of flat on the side and just making marks. You don't want to just draw out all the leaves. If you just kind of scribble it, your brain will tell you that that is a leaf, especially when I go back and do some line work in a minute. Let's put some more leaves over here. I think I'm going to add a different color. Let's see, where's my gold at? Oh, that looks almost too similar. Let's see. Maybe add some red leaves. Ooh. Oh, that's some bright red leaves. Okay. And again, I'm not crazy about my illustration right now, but I've always learned that every illustration goes through kind of an ugly phase and you're like, whoa, what's happening? But don't stop, keep going, trust the process. It usually turns out just fine. I think I'm gonna make this one calico type of cat. Let's see. You can do that by adding some spots. Ooh, fun. Drawing cats to me is just so meditative and relaxing. Of course, if you're not a cat person, you could try doing dogs or whatever, but they're just fun to draw. Add some. Here's my color I was looking for. Oh yes. How fun. Cute. like it. Add some spots around here. Maybe the tip might not. Okay. Add some more spots. Whatever you like. Okay, now could go back. Darken my lines. Oh, I have to go a darker color. A sleeping cat and a pile of leaves. Okay, and so I'm gonna just add some squiggles to make a leaf and a line. Line, squiggle leaves. Make sure you rotate the direction your leaf is going, so adds more interest to your illustration. And you don't have to do it on all of them, just do it on some of them. Squiggle, straight line, squiggle, straight line, squiggle, straight line, squiggle, straight line. Let's see. Okay, I like that. Add a little bit of shading. Shading always just makes it look a little bit nicer. Shading. And there is a cute fall cat sleeping in the leaves. How fun is that? I love it. And this was supposed to be a different illustration, but I kind of covered it up. Let's see, maybe I'll add, I feel like it needs something here. Maybe I'll add like a bird in the background. Maybe I'll add some little birds. Just do a little bird like this, go scoop up and around, fill it in. Maybe get some blackbirds, put the little beak. Now they did that, now I feel like I want to add more. That's how it is with me. I'm like, oh, once I try something, I'm like, oh, that would be cute. And that's what you should when you're drawing in your sketchbook. You should just play around. Your sketchbook should be where you are playing and experimenting, because you have no idea what would be great, a great illustration. Like, I love to do books, so I have no idea when my next idea will be, and a lot of times it's me just playing in my sketchbook and an idea will come to me of a story. I'll look at this and all of a sudden a story will pop in my head. So that's super fun. But sometimes you can get carried away, so you gotta learn sometimes when to stop. And I think this is done, and I'm gonna call it a day. Yes. Well, I hope you enjoyed that just like I did, and hopefully it'll just help you try something new in your sketchbook or on plain paper just to get started. And you can just let your imagination go wild and just keep doing it and keep up a sketchbook practice. I hope to see you next time. Bye.